So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial. Today we are going to create this HTML5 animated banner, and right now you can see what we are going to be doing. A few things that I want to mention. One of them is that in this tutorial I am not going to show you how you can prepare this banner for the Google Ads, but I am going to provide a link in the description for the tutorial where I am showing that. Also, I created this same tutorial in Adobe After Effects, and I am going to provide this also in the description. And last thing that I want to say is that I also created these tutorials in Spanish in my other channel, and I am also going to put that in the description. But yeah, in this tutorial we are going to go with this one, and right now we can start. Alright, so right now I am in the Adobe Animate, and in this tutorial I am just going to provide you these two images. I have them from the website Freepik. I can provide you this also in the description, but in this tutorial I am not going to show you how you can get this from the Freepik to the Adobe Animate. I will just give you these two PNGs. So right now I can go back to the Adobe Animate, and I will go with width 672 by 560. This is just a double size for the Google AdWords banner, but you can choose whatever size that you want. Frame rate I can have as it is, 24, that's fine, and I want this to be HTML5 canvas, and I'm just going to click create. Now I will go to the place where I have my images, and for now I am going to just drag one of them. You can choose whatever, but I will go with this one, so I'm just going to drag this to the Adobe Animate like so. Now I can zoom in and zoom out with the Control or Command and mouse wheel, and I am going to position it maybe like so. I can go with my arrows, shift and arrows, so maybe something like this. And now if I want to animate this, I will have to convert this to the symbol. So I will go to the modify, convert to symbol or F8, and I am not going to name this. You can name this to be present 1 or whatever. I am going to keep this as a symbol 1, and I want this to be movie clip, so I do not want to change this, and I'm just going to click OK. Now if I click on this present, and I will go to free transform tool or Q, and I will go to the corner and I will try to rotate it, you can see that it is rotating around this anchor point, which is in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I am going to drag this anchor point to the bottom like so. So approximately, you know, to the center, to the bottom like this. Now what I'm going to do is I will go maybe to frame 10, later on we can adjust this, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose insert keyframe, or you can go with F6. And on this keyframe, what I'm going to do right now when my anchor point is at the bottom, I am going to make it like so with the print transform tool, and I'm going to make it like so. There is like little rule that the volume should be like the same kind of, but approximately maybe something like this, okay? And I'm going to go in between, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to create classic twin. So I'm going to have an animation from this original size to this size like so. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this first keyframe. So I'm going to hold Alt or Option, and I'm just going to drag it like so, maybe to frame 20, maybe a little bit less, so maybe something like this. And on this keyframe I am going to make it like so, a little bit higher, and the width maybe a little bit more, and the width I am going to put maybe like so, okay, that's fine. And I am going to create classic twin, so we are going to have it like so, then we are going to have it like so, that's fine. Then I'm going to one more time duplicate the initial keyframe. You can also go with the right click and copy where it is, copy motion, not copy frames. You can go in here and you can go and paste frames, but I prefer to go with Alt or Option and just drag this like so. And on this keyframe I am going to one more time make it like so, but right now little bit less. So maybe something like this, that's fine. And right now I am going to last time copy the initial keyframe, so I'm just going to go with with Alt or Option, and I'm going to go like this and OK. So right now we have this animation. It goes from the original size to this one, then go to this one, then go to this one, which is like little less than this, and then go to the original one. Okay, now I can go with Control Enter or Command Enter to see this in the browser, and this is what we are going to have. Okay, so there are a few things that we want to do. One of them is I am going to just extend the timeline a little bit, so I will go maybe to frame 60 and I'm going to click F5, or you can right click and choose insert frame. If you are going to have this kind of weirdness, you can just right click and choose remove classic twin, but what I want to do right now is I would like to put an easing on these keyframes. So I can go one by one. I can click on this first keyframe. I can go to the properties. I can go to the classic ease. I will go to the easy in out. This basically means that the animation will start slowly, then it is going to accelerate, and then it is going to slow down again. And there are like few options, but I will go with the first one, and I'm going to double click like so. There is also option to create your custom ease, but that's not for this tutorial, so yeah. So you can do this one by one, or what you can do is you can click on this keyframe, then with the control or command on this keyframe, then on this keyframe. The last keyframe doesn't need to have it because it goes from like this keyframe in here, from this keyframe in here, and like so. Hopefully makes sense. So right now I am going to put an easing to all of them like so. Double click, OK, and I will go with Control Enter, Command Enter, and this is what we are going to have. Okay, let me refresh this. It's fine for me, but what I want right now is I want this animation to be a little bit quicker. So I am going to select all of these keyframes except of this one. So I will click on the last keyframe with shift on this keyframe, and I'm going to put it maybe a little bit like so. Then I'm going to select these keyframes, and I'm going to put it maybe a little bit like so. So I am not going to tell you exactly how many frames you need to have. You just need to play with this, and you can see what you like the most. And the good things would be like the space between this animation should be a little bit more than this space, then this space should be a little bit less, and this should be even more or less. So something like this. I will go with Control Enter, and this is what I am going to have. Okay, and for me right now this is fine. So what I can do right now, if I want, is I can duplicate this animation a few times. So I am just going to select this like so, and I'm going to go with Alt or Option, and I'm going to drag it maybe in here like so. If you are going to have this weirdness like these dots in here like so, you can just right click and go with Remove Classic Twin. Right now I do not have the option, but yeah, and I'm going to duplicate this one more time. So Alt or Option, and I'm going to drag it like so. Okay. Now if I want, I can recreate this animation and make it a little bit more stretching. So maybe I can go in here, and I'm going to go with F6 like so. So in between I do not want to have any motion. And right now I can one more time recreate the animation. So I can go maybe in here, F6. Later on I am going to adjust this spacing, and I'm going to put it like so and like so. So maybe something like this. Then I'm going to duplicate this keyframe, this initial one. So I'm going to put it maybe in here, and on this keyframe I am going to stretch it like so and like so, like a lot. This is going to be maybe too much, but we will see. Then I'm going to duplicate this initial keyframe one more time. So I will go maybe in here, and one more time I'm going to do it like so, maybe something like this. Okay, that's fine. Right now one more time I am going to duplicate this, and right now I am going to do it like so, but little bit less, maybe like this, that's fine. And I'm going to duplicate this last time, and I'm going to put it in here. And right now I do not want to do nothing with this keyframe. And I'm going to select everything like so. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose create classic twin. And right now I am going to put an easing, so I will click on this one. You can do it by one if you are going to have a hard time to select all of them at once. But right now with the control or command, I am going to try to select all of them like so, and like so. And I will go with classic ease, and I will go with easy in out, and I will go with this first option. If I go with these other options, I don't like the animation. The easing is like too much for me, so I prefer to go with this one for this animation. And I'm going to double click on this option and so on. And now I can just extend this timeline a little bit, so with F5 like this, or right click insert the frame, and yeah. So right now I will go with Control Enter to see this, and we are going to have the first animation, second animation, the third animation, and then last one is going to be the stronger. Okay, and if I want, right now I can duplicate this stronger one, so I'm just going to select this like so, and with the Alt or Option I am going to duplicate this like so, okay. And right now I can duplicate this one more time, so like this, okay. And right now if I want, I can extend the timeline, so maybe I can go to 300 and F5, and let me just play this to see this. So we are going to have the 6 animation, the first 3 are going to be less, and then we are going to have this a little bit more. Okay, so something like this. Okay, that's fine. And now one thing that I'm going to do is I will just click anywhere, and I will click on this stage, and I'm just going to change the background to maybe something like this. Basically, if I go with Control Enter, I want to see where is my canvas. Okay. Now, if I want to, I can go ahead and drag the other present, and I can show you how you could copy this motion, even though there is like little issues. Adobe Animate, it is a little bit strange. But first of all, what we need to do is we need to move this present to the left. So right now we have all of these keyframes, and that's not going to be that easy, but luckily we have one solution. So I can click this edit multiple frames. I'm going to click this, and this is going to give me some kind of range, and I want to have all of my keyframes in this range. So I'm going to put it from the beginning to the top, so to the beginning like so, up till the end like this. We do not need to have it up till the end, we can have it up till here, because we are just going to change the keyframes, and in here we do not have a keyframe, just a frame. But I am going to put it to the end like so. And now what I can do, once I have this range, I can click on this layer 1, and I can move this like so with my shift and arrow to the left, maybe like this, okay. And right now I can unclick this, and if I go with Control Enter, Command Enter, I am going to have the same animation, but right now I am going to have this on the left side. Okay, so now what I can do is I will go to the Adobe Animate, and I am going to create a new layer, and I can go to the beginning of my timeline, and I am just going to drag this second present in here like so, okay. And I am going to just position it maybe like so, okay, fine, maybe little bit like this, okay. Maybe this right now is going to be too close to each other, but I don't mind, like I just want to show you how you could copy this motion. So first of all, I am going to convert this to the symbol, so I can go with F8 or modify convert to symbol. Symbol 2 is fine. I want this to be movie clip, and I'm just going to click OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move one more time the anchor point to the bottom like so. Now, if I go ahead and I will click on this keyframe or on the animation, and I will select all of these keyframes like so, I can right click, and there is an option copy motion, but right now I cannot copy the motion. I really do not understand this copy and paste motion, but why it is behaving like this, but I will show you. If I try to copy this whole animation at the beginning and I will right click, I do not see an option copy motion. But if I'm going to select not all of the animation, but like the part of the animation, right now I am able to copy motion. Okay, this is a little bit weird, but okay. So what I could do, and I am not really sure whether this is going to be working the same way for you, hopefully yes, but what I could do is on this present, I am just going to create new keyframe F6, and I'm going to create classic twin. Later on we are going to remove this, but right now when I created this additional keyframe, it allow me to copy motion. Okay, hopefully you are going to have this the same way. If not, maybe try to move this keyframe a little bit, but yeah. So I am going to like select this, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose copy motion, and I will go in here and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose paste motion. And right now we are going to have it like so. Right now let me get rid of this additional thing that I created. So I am going to not on this keyframe but the one frame more, and I am going to select it with shift like so. So I can select it like so, or I can select it like so. Basically I want to have selected this keyframe, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose clear keyframe. So it is going to be in here, or shift F6. And right now I am going to just have an classic ease, so I can right click and I can choose remove classic twin. Not classic ease, classic twin. So yeah, and right now we have this copy, and there is this additional keyframe. I don't know why, but we can get rid of this. So I can right click, and one more time I can go with clear keyframe. Right now it is going to give me this weirdness, so I can just right click and I can choose remove classic twin. Okay, so I'm going to have it like so, and right now I can just duplicate this. So I'm going to select it with Alt or Option. I am going to duplicate it like so. I'm going to duplicate it like so, and right now you could go ahead and place. So plus that we are going to have, you know, I can move this a little bit like so, and I can have this like to change that. We are going to have an animation for this one, then for this one, and so on. But for now I am not going to play with this. I am going to put these keyframes on the same place. So yeah, something like this. And right now if I want to copy this second animation, if I'm going to select it and I'm going to right click, it doesn't allow me to copy motion. So what I could do is I can just select the part of the animation, copy motion, and then finish the last one. Or I can one more time just create F6, create classic twin, and right now it let me to copy the motion. And as I said, I really have no idea why this is behaving like so, but okay, what can we do? And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose paste motion, and one more time I am going to get rid of this. So I'm going to select it, right click, clear keyframe, and I am going to get rid of classic twin that it is going to create, and I am going to get rid of this keyframe. So I'm going to right click, clear keyframe like so, and I'm going to get rid of this weirdness, remove classic twin, and I am going to duplicate this. So I'm going to select it, I will go with Alt or Option like so. I will move a little bit and I'm going to duplicate this one more time like so. Okay, and that's fine. Now we are going to at least I am going to have it like so. So if I want to get rid of this, I can select it, I can right click, and I can go with remove frames or shift F5, and yeah. So basically up till this point we are going to have the animation, and then it is going to stay. So if you want to get rid of this, you can go one more time, shift F5 like so. If you want to extend this, you can just go with F5. So yeah. So right now I am going to play this, Control Enter, Command Enter, and yeah, this is what we are going to have. Okay, so yeah, I like this animation. Let me know if you also like this animation, and yeah. So in this tutorial I am not going to show you more. We could have like the animation where the present is is going to open at the end or something like this. But for this tutorial, I am just going to go with this one. Okay, and yeah, basically this is it. This is all. I am not going to show you in this tutorial how you can export this as a HTML or how you can export this as a GIF, but I'm going to provide a link in the description for both of them. So one of them is going to be how to prepare your banners for the Google AdWords, and in that tutorial I explain how you can publish this and all of the settings in publish settings. And I have another tutorial where I explain how you could export this as an animated GIF. So yeah, so if anyone have been here until the end, you can write me that in the comment. That would mean a lot to me. But yeah, this is it. This is all. Hopefully you like this tutorial. If yes, you can hit a like. That I would also appreciate that. And yeah, this is all. Thank you. Goodbye.